Hello, everyone. I'm going to give you all the opportunity to start getting the notifications. I'm going to hang out for a little while tonight. Hey, Diane. Hey, the Black Barbie. How everybody doing tonight? I don't know why it takes so long for the notifications to go out now. That's weird. Hey, I am She Johnson. Hey, Gina. You all make sure y'all hit the like button as y'all come into the room. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Okay? Like, share, and subscribe. How is everybody doing tonight? Hey, Angel, the real boss. Y'all, this weather is something else. It is, I thought it was supposed to be fall, but the weather has started dropping. Now it's back up because, like, right now it's 83 degrees and it's nighttime. So this weather is really crazy. How is everybody doing? Y'all know we normally get everybody like 5 minutes to come into the room. Said yes, it's hot. I just turned my AC on too. I promise you, I just turned it on. And the thing about it is, like, I had my dinner in a slow cooker. I put it on this morning before I left. I had it on warm after I had eaten. I had to turn it off too. I don't want no. It's hot. It is very hot. I did. I put chicken legs in a crock pot. Of course, I seasoned them up really good and put French onion soup on top of it and rice. And I chopped up celery and carrots and onions and put it in there. It was so freaking good. So I made French onion chicken wings. French onion chicken legs. French onion chicken legs with rice. They were really good. Anyways, you guys, yeah, we've been in here like, I don't know. Listen, they are not sending out my notifications because my phone didn't even go off. That's how I know they didn't send them out. I wanted to talk about Cassie not letting up rights to judge on P. Diddy, and the task force is outside in Memphis, not playing. Okay. Yeah, I'm ready for those warm meals too. I can't wait, but I be gaining weight with that. I love making that lasagna soup. I be loving making that lasagna soup. You all make sure y'all hit the like button for me. I know my phone still has not gone off. Normally, when I come on, my phone would go off to let me know that the notifications went off. It still hadn't gone off. But you all, Cassie wrote a letter. Cassie wrote a letter to the judge on P. Diddy, okay? She is not letting up on P. Diddy. She's not letting up on P. Diddy, you guys. Listen, I want to read the letter that she wrote, and then I want to talk about it because I know a lot of people have mixed feelings about what's going on, with P. Diddy and Cassie and all of that, okay? Hold on, you all. Yeah, hold on. Shout out to Cypress. Shout out to the Cyp dog. He sent me the letter, okay? Cypress sent me the letter, okay? It says, she said, Dear Judge Subramanian. I think that's his name. Shut up, hell. Dear Judge Subramanian, I have been in a cycle of thoughts and then overthought. Writing this letter to you. If there is one thing I have learned from this experience, it is that victims and survivors would never be safe. Although I can hope for justice and accountability, I have come to not trust anything. I hope that your decisions considers the truth at hand that the jury failed to see. For 4 days in May, while 9 months pregnant with my son, I testified in front of a packed courtroom about the most traumatic and horrifying chapter in my life. I testified that from age 19, Sean Combs used violence, threats, substance, and control over my career to trap me in over a decade of abuse. He groomed me into performing repeated sex acts with hired male sex workers during multi-day freak-offs, which occurred nearly weekly. I was forced into lingerie and heels, told exactly how to look, and plied with drugs and alcohol so he could control me like a puppet. These events were degrading and disgusting, leaving me with infections, illnesses, and days of physical and emotional exhaustion before he demanded it all again. Sex acts became my full time job, used as the only way to stay in his good graces. I testified that I learned to read Sean Combs' signals, knowing that when he spoke of freak offs, he was demanding them, and that refusing meant punishment, losing my car, my phone, or worse. He controlled every part of my livelihood and threatened to destroy my reputation by leaking sex tapes, a threat he repeated often. His power over me eroded my independence and sense of self until I felt I had no choice but to submit. When he believed I had wronged him or was not sufficiently responsive, he also threatened people around me and those close to me, including my family. I regularly worried that displeasing him meant putting my family and friends' safety at risk. I testified how, beyond these threats, Sean Combs frequently used violence to get his way. Over the nearly 11 years we were together, Sean Combs would hit me, punch me, stomp me in my face, pull my hair, and throw my body into the ground and against the wall. The jury saw pictures of bruises on my back from Combs kicking me and saw the deep gashes over my eyes, even caused when he slammed me into the bed frame. The entire courtroom watched actual footage of Combs kicking and beating me as I tried to run away from a freak off in 2016. People watched this footage dozens of times, seeing my body thrown to the ground, my hands over my head, curled into a fetal position to shield me from the worst blows. The physical violence caused bruises that makeup artists paid for by Sean Combs would cover up, as well as permanent scars all over my body. Now, I don't know this right here. I don't know if she ended it like this, but that's all that I have of that right now. I know a lot of people feel a certain way. They're saying that, Cassie is just squealing wolf. Okay. Um, yeah, Cassie, I believe Cassie stayed for the, because of the money and because of the lifestyle and all of that. But of course, we already know that Puffy did use a lot of violence. People always talked about how he used control, how if he got mad at you, he would make sure that nobody worked with you, and if anybody that he knew in the industry worked with you after he was pissed off with you, he would blackball them. Okay, so I don't think what she's saying is too far fetched. I think it was definitely he definitely used a lot of control and fear and all of that to control her. Okay, he used a lot of control. He ruled with an iron fist. We saw how Puffy got down. Okay. Hold on, y'all. My phone will start going off as soon as. Okay, as soon as I got on here. So, I mean, I don't know. I think I can't call it. A lot of people think that the judge is going to let him go. I hadn't really I don't know. I think that for some reason the judge wants to hold him, because if he had it like that, the judge would have let him out, and I think he would have been out. But I think that they are trying to hold him. I think they're asking for at least 11 years or something like that. I wouldn't be surprised if he don't get it. I wouldn't be surprised if he don't, whatever it is that the prosecution is asking for. I wouldn't be surprised if he don't get it. I mean, he beat the worst part. Okay, they was trying to get life from him. They didn't get that. So, hey, 11 years. I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't get that. And as I always say, I don't really give a damn if he do get it, because me, in my opinion, I always, Puffy. People talk about how dirty Puffy did them. Puffy was also very braggadocious about how evil he was to people. He was in favor with the elites, and he didn't really give a damn about what nobody thought. He had already accumulated his wealth off of the backs of taking from a lot of his artists and mistreating them and mistreating other people. And he felt like he was in favor with the people that control the industry and got all the money. So he really didn't give a damn about what nobody else thought. Okay. So when he fell out of grace with them, he fell out of grace with somebody, because they dog walking him. Okay. When he fell out of grace with them, now he wants to come back to the black community. And every time something happens to a black man in the black community, they get to hollering about, well, they just trying to take me down because I was talking about starting our own party, overthrowing the Republican Party, overthrowing the Democratic Party, and I was pushing starting our own party to get our own candidates. He had 30 damn years to do that. He wasn't gonna do that. He was in favor with these people for 30 years. He didn't do it. Why all of a sudden now he want to run back to the black community? Every time we start talk about doing something for our community, they want to take down the black man. Puffy been taking down black men and women for 30 years. Okay, that was his opportunity when he had the good favor with the people that had the money to try and put people in position. He left all his artists broke, busted, and disgusted, and that was a choice. Okay, so How soon do we forget? We always embrace these people just because they look like us when they come running back to the black community after they get cast and when other communities finish using them. And they usually use a token person like Puffy to help to destroy the black community because people create generational wealth by taking advantage of black people. They understand that we're unorganized, got the crabs in a bucket mentality. We like flashy things. We don't necessarily think about any wealth. Okay? Because a lot of these cars that you see, these $250,000 cars, these $500,000 cars, you don't see white people driving those type of cars, and they have that long money. Okay? They sell the stuff like that to black people because we care about a look and ain't got a damn dime. Okay, we're even if you got a few millions, we don't have that long money circulating in our community because we don't know how to create it because we want to put it out into the other community, want to spend it on everything so we can jump on social media and talk about this and look at the type of car that I got and you struggling. Okay, right? So what Puffy did was Puffy could have made some of the artists, and he had some good artists on Bad Boys. Bad Boys was had it going on back in the day, right? Bad Boys had it going on back in the day. There were lots of good, great artists over there on Bad Boys. Okay, but Puffy, okay, they talked about how Puffy dogged him out. I think Mary J. Blige may have fared well, but we saw that she's filed bankruptcy a lot because her contracts were not even right. She got the fame, but she didn't really have the wealth. Okay? She hasn't really had the wealth. Right? So with Cassie writing him a letter, writing the judge a letter, I don't really know what it's gonna do. You had a jury that didn't want to see him in there for life. Okay. And I'm not saying I wanted to see him in there for life either. I'm just saying I didn't give a damn if he did get the life. Okay. I didn't wish it on him. I just didn't care if he got it. Okay. Because what he did was he sentenced a lot of people to their grave because of his evilness and a lot of depression and all of that because of how he hijacked a lot of the ideas and talent of a lot of these artists. Okay, he could have at least helped them to gave him $1 million or $2 million. Okay, I was reading what Puffy used to do is his artists had a hard time paying him back for their videos, for their music videos, because they said Puffy would bill them for, they would always be using one of his houses. He would bill them for that. They use his cars that was in the videos. He billed them for that. They used his clothes and stuff. His stylist, he billed them for that. And they didn't even want his ass in the video. And he would be standing in the video and he billed his artists for that. Okay. So, they had a hard time, they never could get past paying off of the videos. Okay. I think it's a darn shame that, even him being as greedy and having the type of greed that he has, okay, it seemed like to me that he could have, like I said, he could have gave him a maiden thousandaires, even if he was too low down to make them millionaires. They was making him a multi-millionaire. Why not even help to make him some thousandaires without any debt? But he didn't do that. Puffy's main goal was to get a man and use a man for his pleasure, and then if they didn't want to wallow around with him, okay, what he did was he blackballed them. Or if they did do it, he kind of used them until he couldn't use them no more. And then he sent him on somewhere. We saw the situation with Farnsworth Bentley or whatever his name was. Okay, he got a wife and kids and stuff now. But he was Puffy's. He was. I never understood. Puffy made him famous. Okay, and people still trying to figure out who he was. What did he really do, other than supposedly be Puffy's butler? Okay. Um. Diane B. You all make sure y'all hit the like button. Those of you all that are just coming into the chat, please do hit the like button as you come into the room. But like I said, Cassie is not letting up. And yeah, I feel like Cassie did a lot of things wrong, okay? Because she could have walked away and probably wouldn't have been easy for her. Because we hear people talk about how when women tried to walk away from Diddy before he was through with him, what happened? What happened when women tried to walk away? He would threaten them. He would shoot at the men that they were dating, kill them, try to kill him, everything else. So he definitely, Puffy really is definitely a sick individual. Okay, so listen. Hey, I don't know when he went. I thought sentencing was supposed to be in for this month. Let me see when Puffy's sentencing. Let's see. Okay, so he has sentenced. He's going to be sentenced on next Friday. No, on this Friday. He'll be sentenced Friday, this coming Friday. Okay. It says Sean Diddy Combs has not been sentenced as his sentencing date is set for October 3rd, 2025. He was acquitted of racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking, but found guilty of lesser charges, including prostitution-related offenses. His sentencing is expected to be significantly influenced by federal guidelines, with the prosecution recommended 135 months, which is 11 years. Okay? And the defense proposing 14 months. Okay? So the defense is trying to get him 14 months. The prosecutor is wanting 11 years. So even if the judge decides that he does not want to give 11 years, he want to give him half of that, he's still going to be gone for a while. Okay? I guess he'll never run out of money because he made sure he took all the publishing and royalties and stuff of all of his artists. Okay, so he's living off of how he stepped on their back. And look at him now. Okay, so hey, I guess all of that's gonna be interesting to see how it turns out. He could walk free. Who knows? He could walk out. He could walk up out of there. Maybe the judge may feel like he has kept him. He's done sufficient time. He's kept him in jail long enough. Okay, he might walk out. So Puff might be getting. Yeah, he might be getting out. He might walk up out of there Friday. I wouldn't be surprised if he does walk up out of there Friday. And here's the thing. I don't think that Puffy has learned his lesson. I think Puffy is going to get out and he's going to try to get revenge on the black people, not on the white people. I think he's gotten enough of trying to go up against the white people. That's what has gotten him in the position that he is in now. They gave, like I've been saying before, they gave him all that power and he got the issues confused. He thought, because he was in favor with the elites and they was giving him money and credit to destroy the black community. He forgot that he thought all these years, 30 years, he started to think that he was one of them. Okay. He didn't realize that they only gave him that power to destroy his own community and take advantage of his own artists. And the moment he started stepping over the line to try and do to some of them of another race what they had given him the power and backed him to do to his own race with his black ass. Okay, they gave him that nigga call. I don't give a damn about it. I'm just telling you that right now. I'm telling y'all something. I get so sick of us. We forget when people do our community, especially when it's our own race. They do us. They get a seat at the table, and then hey, it's one thing if you go, listen, hey, I grew up in the ghetto. I don't want to remember. I don't want to have nothing to do with nobody in the ghetto. I'm just gonna make my money, and I ain't looking back. I'm not gonna take advantage of nobody. I ain't gonna hurt nobody. I just want to be left alone. I don't want to fool with nobody in my community. Listen, I can't do nothing but respect that. But I don't have anything for anybody that come up off the backs of black people, because it was the black folks that was buying his damn artist music. Okay. And then turn around, and when they come up, they send destruction back. I don't respect those kind. Okay. And he would be one of those ones that I don't respect. So I don't really care if they send us, they could give him 100 years and I ain't gonna flinch. Okay. But I believe that when Puffy get out, he's going to get out and start trying to get revenge on the black people, because he ain't gonna step over the line no more, because they already put him back in this place. So he'll never try to step and go at another person of another community. What he's gonna do is he's gonna try to get revenge on all of the black people, the ones that didn't even have the money to put him in this position or the power to put him in this position. But he'll try to take all of that vitriol and venom that he's got on the inside of him, like he's been doing for 30 years, out on some other people that look like him, though. Okay. Pastor Puff Daddy Combs, Bad Boy Baptist Church. Yeah, but anyways, hey, like I said, she wrote his letter, and maybe time served, because Puff has a lot of leverage via those secret tapes he has. He might secretly start releasing those tapes of other celebrities. That's the reason why you didn't hear them really saying anything. You didn't really hear them saying anything about him. They were scared to death to say anything. Okay, look at how many people started to go down after this poor old TD Jakes. I don't know what now. We saw that he was at parties with Puffy, right? Some of the parties that Puffy was having, but we don't really know what TD Jakes was doing at those parties. Okay. All I know is he started, when people started talking, it seemed like to me it started to mess with his health. Okay. Because he started having them heart attacks or strokes or whatever. But anyways, Cassie has written a letter, and that's that. Okay. All right, y'all. Okay, so shout out to Miss D. Okay. Be quiet. Miss D sent me something showing y'all, hold on. Showing that the boys is outside, but we already knew that they was outside, right? And so they are over in the Ridgecrest Apartments. They saying that the boys been outside deep in the Ridgecrest Apartments. Okay. Listen, we already know that they've sent 300 state troopers, and y'all, they pulling over everybody. They pulling over everybody. Okay, but they 300. They said they've sent 300 state troopers to the Memphis area. They tells me the National Guard is here. I haven't ran up on them yet. but they said this was today. This person posted, Feds and U.S. Marshals is now in Ridgecrest Departments, deep as F. They got the K9s out and everything, okay? So we see right here they got somebody arrested, okay? They got the K9s out. They got somebody arrested. Hey, listen, somebody even told me, somebody even told me that, you know, Steve Mulroy even been outside in the hoods in some of these neighborhoods. What he doing out there, I don't know. All I know is I guess he up under a lot of pressure. I don't know what he doing out there. Okay. Hold on one second, y'all. Let me pull up something. I know y'all can hear it in my voice. I'm tired, y'all. My voice is strained and stuff because I'm tired. I works hard. Okay, I works hard, and I be having 2-3 things going on. So if my voice a little strained and stuff, it's because I'm tired. I can't wait to get in bed and go to sleep. Okay, let me show y'all this.
News later, live or on demand. Just download the new WREG Plus app on your Roku, Apple TV, or Amazon Fire TV. Free, no login, no registration. Download the free WREG Plus app today.
Hey, Mystery.
Just at 5 on your news leader, the Memphis Safe Task Force has hit the streets with hundreds of law enforcement officers. However, for the second day, there is no sign of the National Guard. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Stephanie Skurlock. Greg Hurst is off tonight. U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi has already praised the operation for making 9 arrests and taking 2 firearms off the streets, while many Memphians praise the efforts, some question the tactics
2 firearms.
WREG's Mike Sirianni is live on Jackson Avenue tonight with video of what appears to have been a task force arrest overnight. Mike?
Hey, good afternoon to you, Stephanie. As I'm told that officers were set up here on this car wash parking lot in the 3800 block of Jackson, doing what was appeared to be regular traffic enforcement. But video shared with your news leader shows a heavy multi-agency presence when a driver was pulled over into the parking lot of that apartment complex behind me.
Living in Memphis, I've never seen nothing like that happen. I've seen people get arrested, but like the way how heavy a force they use.
Asia Stevens still rattled by this law enforcement presence in the parking lot of the Village's apartments on Jackson Avenue Tuesday morning. Stevens recorded officers from multiple agencies attempting to talk an Hispanic driver out of his vehicle.
When they initially pulled him over, they were telling him put his hands out the window, and I'm guessing he didn't understand them. He didn't speak English. He didn't understand them.
Stevens believes it was the Memphis Safe Task Force in action.
We had one man, his vest said Wildlife Services, one said ATF, another truck pulled up. He was U.S. Marshal. There were a couple sheriff, state trooper trucks out there.
Stevens says there were no Memphis police present, and the officers had been working traffic enforcement on Jackson Avenue across from the Villages.
Constantly pulling cars over, like back to back to back. That was something that I was not prepared for.
Stevens says officers followed a white vehicle onto the apartment property, blocking the entrance, but it's unclear why the driver was pulled over.
Before he even got out of the car, they had guns pointed at him, flashlights. Everybody had their weapons ready. It was crazy.
Stevens, who's all for reduced crime in Memphis, feels the show of force was extreme.
I feel like it's for the greater good of Memphis, but at the same time, the type of measures that they're taking is uncalled for. I feel as if it's uncalled for.
And back out here live now, we're attempting to find out exactly which agencies were on the scene here and if anyone was arrested, if any charges were filed. We're working on that. We'll let you know. Reporting live for your news leader, Mike Suriani, WREG News Channel 3.
All right, thank
Well, they're saying that folks are saying they have not seen the National Guard. I've heard some people say they saw them before it was even announced. Hold on, you all. I tell you, I told y'all the Tennessee Patrol, the Tennessee troopers, they bad. They done sent them from Nashville, I guess. They need to send them back. It says 7 arrests were made this week by Tennessee Highway Patrol troopers after Governor Bill Lee announced last Friday that an additional 300 troops will be sent to Memphis, according to the Shelby County Sheriff's Office. According to data from the Shelby County Sheriff's Office last Monday and Tuesday, the Highway Patrol arrested 1 suspect, and on September 15th and 16th, the Highway Patrol reported no arrests, and they also made no arrests were made on September 8th and 9th. The Shelby County Jail shows 7 people in custody: Jaquavius Carter, Mardricus Latran, Curry, Marquarius Davis, Zachary Patterson, Miguel Angel Tarubia, Tess Salas, Edgar Riviera, Villaria, and Maurice Wiggins. Child, I guess, anyways, I don't know. I ain't got nothing to say about what folks name their kids, but they probably need to watch what they name them. They wouldn't act like a, okay. Anyways, you guys, so these are, I guess they're saying that, okay, 2 of them Hispanic. That's why I couldn't pronounce their names. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know what to say. Okay, the state troopers are not discriminating. Okay, the reason why they pulling over everybody is because they're gonna hightail their asses back to Nashville, so they don't really care about what they do in the city of Memphis. Okay. Hey, Kansas City Chief. Hold on for a second, you all. They're telling you what to do if you are pulled over. Okay. I don't think nobody gonna act no fool. They already know it ain't gonna do them no good to.
You get
Just
stopped for a
comply.
traffic violation and you don't sign a ticket, you're going to jail.
Awareness is essential, and in the Bluff City, we're already seeing those believed to be part of the newly formed Memphis Safe Taskforce in full force. Thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Alex Coleman.
And I'm April Thompson. Attorney General Pam Bondi announced this morning that 9 arrests were made in Memphis after the arrival of the Safe Task Force, which is made up of more than a dozen agencies. Today, we hear from a retired Shelby County Sheriff's captain who said knowing what to do if you come across the task force is important.
WREG's Jarita Patterson explains why complying while staying calm can make all the difference.
Days after Governor Bill Lee announced those with 13 agencies were moving into Memphis, and they're already visible.
We call them the alphabets, the DEA, FBI, TBI have been here, the Highway Patrol.
In this traffic stop overnight, there were unmarked vehicles as well as wildlife resource officers. For some, seeing the heightened law enforcement may usher in a heightened sense of awareness. Retired Shelby County Captain Benny Cobb explains.
It's just more publicized, it's just more coordinated, and it actually has a name.
Deemed the Memphis Safe Task Force. This was a scene overnight Tuesday along Airways Boulevard. This four-door sedan was the focus for a reason that's unclear. But what is clear was the manpower, as every door was open to include the trunk. Something you may have seen before, but what you may not be familiar with is what happened even to one of your news leaders who, despite being in a marked news vehicle, was approached by several law enforcement officers. Watch as they cross the street, making a beeline towards our colleague.
You okay?
Channel 3.
Okay.
Just checking is what the officer said, but this made us think, does everyone know what to do if they are approached by law enforcement? The voice behind the camera, a photojournalist who identified himself, this is exactly what Mr. Cobb, who spent nearly 30 years serving and protecting, says you want to do as well. This is the road many haven't traveled down before. According to Mr. Cobb, two things you want to keep in mind. Number one, you always want to comply. And then secondly, if you're a bystander, remember your First Amendment rights.
Free press, the right to video, the right of free speech, and understand what the rights are. You cannot interfere with the operation or the investigation, but certainly you have a right to video.
While keeping your distance, he adds, in the end, continue to comply while maintaining your composure. For your news leader,
we're going to get through this.
Jarita Patterson, WREG, News Channel 3.
Definitely a few things to keep in mind. And News Channel 3 has learned there have been at least 7 arrests made in the city.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm not surprised. You know, they sent the state troopers to do that. You know, the clerk's office says that they're behind because the state troopers write so many tickets, they cannot process them. Okay. They don't have the staff. They don't have the manpower to process them. The state troopers write at least 1,000 tickets a day. They write 1,000 tickets and citations a day. So we already know they have to come from Nashville. That's 3 hours away. They paying for hotel. Okay, while they're here, they paying them overtime while they're here. So they got to write all those tickets, as I was saying the other day. Okay, to suffice for what they're paying them. The National Guard has to be paid. I don't know what I guess they're gonna be in town any day. Like I said, I've heard people say they've already spotted the National Guard even before Monday. They had said the governor had said that the National Guard would step into Memphis yesterday. I haven't seen them. Okay. Now, how is writing tickets actually helping the city? I don't know. Because I get to think about the state troopers writing them, and they're writing them in Shelby County. I don't know. You would think that would go towards Shelby County, but you never know what they're doing. You never know, so hey, y'all, they outside. That's all I got to say. Move. Okay. Hold on, let me see something. Hold on. I think I've already shown this. Hold on, you guys.
And on-demand content for free. No login, no registration. Plus top stories, the latest weather forecasts, special reports, and so much more. Watch your news leader on your schedule. Scan the QR code now or visit WREG.com for more details.
going to be good for the community. You don't think so? Seriously?
No, I think there's just a lot of
Now, I'm not from Memphis.
skepticism. on
I'm
some
not
sides.
from Memphis.
I don't know what that was. It says, I would like for them to review footage of some of these cameras across the city and go get pooking them ads. That's what I'm talking about. Like, we thought that that's what they was doing. We thought that they was deploying everybody them to not to stop people because they got a cell phone in their damn hand. But the ones that do donuts on the expressway, the ones that's racing on the expressway that's got people's lives in danger. Folks like that, okay? People like that. Folks that's out here robbing and stealing and killing. We want them to handle that. At this point, all I can see is that they're a waste of taxpayers' money at this point. Okay, at this point. So I don't know, y'all. Like I said, we'll see when the National Guard comes in, what's gonna happen. I don't know. But does it seem like crime is down? I'm trying to see. Let me see if they're reporting that somebody was shot or killed or anything like that. Hold on. Y'all, listen. Before I get off of here, y'all, I'm so tired. I don't know what to do. I want to try to stay on longer, but I'm gonna make this hour out. I'm fighting because I was about to get off at 30 minutes, but I was like, Lord, 30 minutes ain't long enough. I've been fighting, y'all. Help me. I've been fighting to stay on here for an hour. One of my eyes then went down. Okay, that's why it's hard for me to read. So but listen, y'all, I got listen. This lady right here, it says a woman is in custody after police. And the reason I'm talking, we was talking about this today at work. A woman is in custody after police say she gave a father and his two young children a ride, then refused to let them out of the car, saying she had a better place to take them. Latrika Marie Allen, she only 41 years old. Oh my God. She only 41, y'all. Is charged with kidnapping and assault. According to officers, on September 28th, the father told investigators that he and his children were walking on Overton Crossing towards Fraser Boulevard when Allen pulled up to them driving a 2009 Chrysler Sebring. The victim said Allen offered him and his children a ride. In exchange, he gave her $20. When they got into the vehicle, the father said Allen told him, I've always wanted kids and I have a better place to take you. He told police he immediately asked her to stop the car. Allen refused to let them out. That's when he said he grabbed the steering wheel and pushed on the brakes to make the car come to a complete stop. He and his children got out. Investigators say Allen then approached the father and began scratching and biting him. He was left with scratch marks and a bite on his hand, police said. Police say after she attacked him, she dropped her driver's licenses on the ground and left the scene. She reportedly returned and officers were present at the scene. I wonder where she was going to take him. He said, now if that had been a woman, I don't know what that would have been. He was able to, What y'all think about that? There's something sound weird about that. Over there, Overton Crossing. I wonder if that's a. Let me see if that's a real woman. What's her name? Latrika Marie Allen. Let me see something. Let me see if she booked. I'm gonna see if she booked in the men's jail or the woman's jail. Hold on. Because you can't tell what these folks is now. You have to see. What was her name, y'all? What's her name again? Y'all, what's her name? Oh shit, y'all can't talk. Y'all know I'm tired. Y'all can't talk back to me. Latrika Allen. Hold on. Five, four. I guess she is a woman. She over there at JLE, so I guess she is a woman. Cause he talking about somebody. He over there, him and his kids walking over there, Overton. Somebody picked them up over there, Overton Crossing, over there around Overton Park. That's real weird. I don't know. I guess he had his kids in the car, so I guess if that's what he say. I don't know. She look like she got some mental illnesses going on. What y'all think? Where y'all think she was getting ready to take him? She said, I got somewhere better to take y'all. Where y'all think she was going? Yeah, that's why it's always good to just keep some extra shoes in your car if you need to just or on you. Because I promise to God, I ain't getting in the car with nobody. I'm not. I am not getting in the car with nobody. These people crazy. Yeah, you could tell she's got mental issues. I tell you. Well, I'm glad he was able to stop the car. She whooped his ass afterwards, though. According to him, she bit him and all of that. I don't know. I don't know. Y'all know I don't trust nothing. It's just something about it that's strange. Did they know each other? What kind of transaction? You know, I know some kids and stuff was in the car, but I don't know. I guess. I guess. I don't know. I tell you. Well, I mean, I hope they take on over there to Lakeside, you know. But I just want to know. She said I got somewhere better to take them. I wonder if the police asked her what was she gonna take them. Somebody said down probably. Somebody said probably down there to their water. I hollered. I hope not. But you don't ever know what people thinking. I promise to God you don't. You don't ever know what people are thinking. That's why I don't go in people's houses. I'm real friendly and stuff. I know how to talk to people, but I just don't like to put myself in situations. Ooh. that would be hard for me to come out of. I'm gonna tell y'all why I don't go in people's houses. I remember I looked at this movie. This man used to build houses. His wife, he found out his wife was cheating on him and trying to kill him to get his money and stuff. And he built. He was an architecture, and he ended up gutting out the inside of his house and made it. I don't know, however it was that he made it. Her and the man that she was cheating with was trapped in one little small room, like it was airtight. They could never get out. I mean, I looked at that movie probably about 30 years ago. It always stayed in my head. That's why I don't go in people's houses. Hell, I don't know what they got going on up in there. And it'd be hard for me to come out. You can't shoot it. Let me be quiet. But I will though. But I don't be wanting to. I be wanting to have good days. Anyways. Ken says, what's up, chat? If you are in Whitehaven, EP, and Shelby Drive, please be on your P's and Q's. The task force is rolling hard, riding on the back of trucks too. Stay safe. They riding on the back of trucks? What they doing that for? What they gonna do, jump off of the trucks? What the hell wrong with them? That sound like to me that's the National Guard, the task force. They just gave them a new name. Why they riding on on the back of trucks? It's illegal to do that. Well, I hope they don't have a cutoff time. I need to call my daughter and tell her to make sure she don't be having her phone in her hand, child. Because the last thing I need is her calling me talking about, Mom, they got me pulled over. I don't know these folks. I don't know them. So it ain't really nothing I can do for her. But ask God, please protect the girl. Go ahead, take your ticket and go home. Y'all can have Memphis. He said y'all can have Memphis. I mean, I want them to make Memphis safer now. I do want it to be safer. I do. I want it to be safer. So I'm a law-abiding citizen. Anyway, y'all, we stayed on here. I think I did good. I've been on here for an hour, almost an hour. I've been trying to find my phone. I cannot find one of them. They said y'all can have Memphis. I tell you. Okay, y'all. So, let me give y'all a praise report. So, y'all know, remember I told y'all that I had to pay for my own tuition, and I was like, that sucks because I didn't qualify for some financial aid, and so I had to pay for my own. Like, I had to pay my own tuition because I thought I was going to qualify for something else. I didn't. But the good thing about it is my job do tuition reimbursement. Here is the praise report. So I kept on and I was talking and I was like, I knew I filled out for some. I was looking at some. I found some grants and stuff and I had filled out for them, and I found some scholarships that they had out there, right? Yeah, how about today? I got a call that I qualified for a particular scholarship and a grant that I filled out for. And guess what? I'm gonna get my money back. I ain't gotta wait. But the good thing about it is I get to get my money back and I qualify for a grant and a scholarship. So that's a praise report. And I got to thinking about, dog, once I exhaust all of that, then I could still do tuition reimbursement, like um if I ever need it, right? Because I think I'm gonna just try to make I'm gonna try to keep my GPA at a point where I can always just get a scholarship the whole time that I'm in school. Y'all know that I'm excited, right? I'm really excited about going back to school and finishing out my degree, getting my law degree. I am very excited about that. So that's a praise report. That's praise report number 1. Praise report number 2 is I I signed something today. So it is real. Okay. It is real. Definitely a dream come true. It was just put in my lap. And as I was communicating with some people today, I was saying to myself, God, is this really real? Like, it is real. I was like, God, I cannot believe it. So I was telling my mama, I told my mama, I said, well, I signed. So it's real. So Diane know what it is. But I'm gonna tell you all like at the end of October. I'm gonna take pictures and stuff. I'm gonna post up the pictures. Y'all gonna know exactly what it is. Yeah. So yeah. He said you sound with paper route. No, I didn't sound. I can't rap or sing. No, it's not anything like that. It's something else. It's something else that's really, 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 really awesome. So that was a God's gift also. So that's why I be tired. I work my butt off though at work. I mean, y'all, I've been getting gray hairs and I don't know what to do to stop them. And they coming out like right, and I ain't worried about nothing. But I think I just be trying to do it so much. Like I got like a few strands of gray hair right in the front, like on my edges, and then I got a couple gray strands like on my side. I'm trying to figure out why the damn gray strands wouldn't come in the middle of my head or in the back of my head first. Why they have to come in the front? I was plucking them every time I see them, but I'm so forget it. I guess we all have to get old. I'm going to get my hair dyed though. I've been waiting on my vendor right now. See, I've been trying to keep my cool, y'all. I'm trying to get better. I ordered my hair. Okay. I ordered my hair because I've been wearing braids. Y'all know I have to let my hair air out. I'm gonna go get my hair treated and all that, and I got me a wig. I had went to the supply house and got me a wig. It got me a couple wigs, but y'all, the supply houses, their wigs are so cheap looking. And then they be too small for my head sometimes. And I don't care how I try to put them wigs on, it seem like they be lopsided. I be talking about people with lopsided wigs on, so maybe I don't know how to put them on. So I ordered my hair, and I've been pissed off because I'm trying to order my hair, my vendor is taking their time about responding. Now, I sent them an email yesterday and said I'm ready to pay. She didn't send me the invoice. If you run into business, it seemed like me you would send the invoice immediately after the person said they're ready to pay. I thought, well, okay, well, they'll send it early today. They still haven't sent it. Y'all know I'd be impatient. Let me check my email. See if they sent. I'm ready for my weave. Let me see. They still haven't sent me my invoice. Yeah, I really need to start back selling extensions. I sold extensions. I got a good vendor. I like the hair that I wear is the best. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. And I started ordering them in, like this was a long time ago. But I mean it's expensive. It's real expensive though. And I was like, dog, but now I see these folks will pay anything. They'll pay. I have to make me a profit. But they'll pay for it. But I mean, with the types of I can't. I just don't do ghetto real well. I can't be. It takes a special. I'm not a person that could deal with foolishness or people trying to get over and coming in there and. Mm-mm. I have to be well rested to deal with certain types of people, and I don't be well rested all the time. My nerves and stuff real bad. So I had said I was gonna learn it. I don't know. I might revisit that one day though. I like to do. I like to. I like to. What's the word that I'm looking for? I come up with ideas about making money for business, but I'd like to have somebody that can that's a people's person that knows how to go out there and do stuff. Now I could probably be a people's person, but I'm my nerves and stuff is bad. Because you got some people that's just gifted like that. I don't care how folks be bullshitting. Hey, like I got cousins like that. Folks can be bullshitting. They know how to get with them. They, girl, yeah, such and such, such and such. But that's because they are bullshitters too. So if I could get my cousins to do it, it would be good. Okay, to deal with the people, because I know how to get the good quality hair. Then my cousins will get on my nerve too. So I ain't gonna even bother with that either. Been to have to cuss them out. Just leave it alone. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna get off of here. I'm ready to go to bed. I'm gonna take me a shower and I'm gonna go to bed because I gotta be up early in the morning to go to work. And as I always do. Anyways, you guys, I enjoyed you all on here tonight. I'm sorry that I couldn't stay on longer. I tried to talk to y'all to stay on longer. I'm just so tired. Dear God, I just thank you for everyone that was on this live. Lord, I ask that you just shield and protect each and every one of us and our families that was on this live that has good intentions. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. Anything that rises up against us will be condemned. Any evil eyes, any spells, anyone looking in on this chat with bad intentions, anyone that spoke any ill things against anybody in here with good intentions, me or any of our family members, may the curse be reversed and sent back to the sender, and may it manifest in their very own lives in less than 30 days. Pocket Pooh said, dang, I'm just getting it. Yeah, I'm going to do a members video. I've been wanting to do a platinum video, but I, 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 I said I was going to wait. I don't be wanting to say that's something that I got to work on. I said a lot of stuff too quick before, and it gives people the opportunity to strategize. I got to figure out ways to say stuff to keep y'all informed and without putting too much information out. How much? Well, Maybe I don't know if I said that right. I'm tired anyway. So, anyways, you go Pumpkin Pool. I'll be back on tomorrow. I got to give me some rest tonight, though. I'm ready to get in. Oh, let me tell y'all something. Y'all, today, listen, when I take my showers, I always like to, what I started doing is I like to use those shower steamers. Go to Marshall's. They got them on sale. Y'all know that's a true spa experience. They have 12 on sale. It's got the lavender and the mint. And so when you taking your shower, especially at night, that lavender going up in your nose, it really relaxes you and you just able to sleep like a baby, and it smells so good. They got them on sale. They got the red tag on them at Marshall's for $3 for 12. So y'all go over there to Marshall's. And what else did Marshall's have on sale? Their cleansing creams are on sale. Their cleansing creams are on sale. Their underwear and bras are on sale. I racked up on bikinis today. You know, they had like the 12 on the rack, and they was $10.99. And they weren't no big bloomers either. They're the real bikinis. Okay. Anyways, y'all, I ain't mean to tell y'all my business. But anyways, you guys, I did that. I went over there after I got off work today. And they just so happen to be having a sale, a red tag sale. So, ladies, y'all know I'm going to tell y'all whenever it's a sale going on so that y'all can go rack up on stuff, because we all like the same things. So y'all go over there to the red tag sale, okay, tomorrow. Anyways, you guys, I love you all. Make sure you guys please like, share, and subscribe. If you want to support the channel, you could do that too. Y'all have a good night.